Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome back to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. We have Divik joining us. We also have Lakshmi Mataji on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. Divik, am I loud and clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, great, amazing, great, fantastic. So, let us all begin with the pranam mantras. So, kindly join your palms and chant along with me the pranam mantras. It will be displayed on the screen. Let's dedicate this session to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and my beloved spiritual master. So, kindly join your palms and let's chant the pranam mantras together. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining. So we have Sainath Vagule joining us. Thank you so much. We also have Dishna joining us. Before we begin the session, let us also chant the prayers for the Srimad Bhagavatam Katha. Please chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We also have joining us on StreamYard. Gita Mataji, how are you?
I'm good, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Good,
Hare
good
Krishna,
to see you
Prabhuji.
today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, like some of you are already aware, so I am in Vrindavan right now. So I have some seva in Vrindavan Dham, and it is very beautiful because Kartik Utsav is going on, and Deepotsava in the evening is so amazing. I haven't got a chance to actually visit the other temples. I'm still in our own temple here. So maybe next week with some other devotees, I'll be visiting temples. So this coming Monday, I just got to know from the devotee. There is Bahulastmi. Bahulastmi is a very beautiful celebration that happens in Radhakund. That happens in the night. So, planning to go to Radhakund on Monday night and celebrate. It's going to be a very big event there. So, first time this will be an experience. If and how I go get a chance to go there. So, hopefully, I'll be sharing, going there and also sharing some nice pictures and videos to all of you so that you can have darshan of the Bhulastmi in Radhakund. So very special. I heard that there'll be about 1.5 lakh people in Radhakund that day, that night actually. So in the previous session, let's have a quick recap. We have discussed some very important verses, prayers of Kunti Maharani, and very beautifully she has explained her devotion through these verses. You know, she calling Krishna as Namaste. She's paying her obeisances, Vishwatma, you know, your control of universe. She's comparing him to the beauty of the lotus. So many beautiful prayers, and how she's also praying that I want to get more problems in my life so that I can always remember you, O my Lord. So we have discussed until verse number 31 in the previous session. Those of you who have not attended the previous sessions, you can go back and listen to the last two sessions so that you will feel that continuity. And it is very beautiful prayers. So we are almost in the last section of the Kunti Maharani's prayers. So it is verse number 32. I haven't made the PPT this time, but I'll be chanting and try to display it on the screen. So kindly, all of you, maybe Divik can chant. Divik, if you are there, then unmute yourself. Let me try to, you know, share that screen
Yes,
to you
Prabhuji.
so that you'll be able to see it. One second, just hold on. Yeah, just give me a minute. Yeah. I know it is little small, but Divi, can you still read it on your screen?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes,
Can you read it
Prabhuji.
now? Okay. Okay, let's chant. Okay. Kechid
Kechid
ahurajam jatam
Kechidahur ajam jatam
punya shlokasya kirtaye
punya slokasya kirtaye
yado priyasya manavaye
yado priyasyan yado priyasyan vaye
malasyeva chandanam.
malaseva chandanam.
All right, no problem. So let me read it by myself. It's a little difficult without the PPT. So let me read it myself. Okay. So it says, the translation goes, some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees. You appear in his family as sandalwood appears in Malaya hills. So very interesting it is. Here it said Malasyeva Chandanam. So the Chandanam means that sandalwood in Malaya hills is very famous. Okay. So there are so many places sandalwood is available, but the sandalwood fragrance, the sandalwood available in the Malaya hills is very famous. So here Kunti Maharani is very specifically uh, talking about this Malaya hills because now she wants to compare. She's basically comparing that how in the Yadu family, there are so many kings that have come, and Yadu family comes in the Chandravamsa. So the whole Yadu family has become famous because of Krishna. Just like the Malaya Hills. Malaya Hills is the hill, but it is famous why? Because of the sandalwood that is available there. So that's why the sandalwood makes the Malaya Hills famous. Similarly, Yadu family is there. So many kings have come. There are so many lineages of kings. But Yadu family became very famous because there is Krishna. Krishna is present here. And very interestingly, here she's comparing taking the example of sandalwood. Now sandalwood means what? There are so many woods, but sandalwood is special for its fragrance, right? Fragrance is very important. So let us understand how it is so beautiful pastime of Putana, and how it is connected to fragrance. Now, Putana, you all know that she is a demoness. She was a Rakshasi. Now, in different Puranas, uh, this Rakshasi Putana has been described in different ways. So, in one of the Purana, Putana came not just as a Rakshasi, but she came as an owl to attack Krishna. And similarly, many other Puranas have given different versions of the Putana instance. Now, Putana is a Rakshasi, and she was actually having this ability to shape, transform her body, you know. So she can actually morph her body from one form to another form. So she had that siddhi, she had that blessing from Durvasa Muni because she had pleased Durvasa Muni. So she had this ability to shape shift herself to any form she wanted. Now, that is how when she goes to Gokul, she assumed a form of a heavenly lady, like an Apsara. She went there. Very, very beautiful. All the Vrajavasis, they became mesmerized by the beauty of this Putana. Now, when asked, this Putana said, I have come here to Gokul because I want to feed my milk, heavenly milk, to Krishna who is born now. And everybody was so happy because now, oh, Krishna is going to get uh, powerful because he's going to get drink the milk of a heavenly lady. Huh? And then when Putana, goes to meet Krishna, Krishna looks at Putana and closes his eyes immediately. Now everybody is surprised, and now everybody, in the sense, Putana is surprised, and different acharyas are surprised with this. In the sense, the way Krishna acts is very mesmerizing. And Jeev Goswami explains there are about 6 reasons he gives why Krishna closed his eyes when he saw Putana. The number one is he closed his eyes because he's a baby. And baby, out of fear of seeing someone new, uh, he immediately closed his eyes. Because babies, sometimes out of fear, they are fearful and they close their eyes. And now Krishna is actually fearless. But still, as a baby, he wants to enact that pastime. He closed his eyes. That is number one reason. And other reason, the next reason why he closed his eyes is because he didn't want to see a wicked person like Putana, who was a child killer. Just before coming to Krishna, she had already killed so many babies. So Krishna didn't want to look at such a wicked person like this child murderer Putana. He didn't want to look at her at all. And then the third reason is, Krishna didn't want to look at the hypnotizing eyes of Putana because she's a Rakshasi. And, these people, Rakshasas, they have ability to hypnotize us just by looking into their eyes, looking into our eyes also. If you look into their eyes, you'll get hypnotized. And Mother Yashoda anyway had told that not to look anyone, especially the Rakshasa, into their eyes. So that is another reason why Krishna closed his eyes, not looking into the eyes of Putana. The next reason is, see, Putana, when she saw Krishna, she could understand that this baby is not ordinary baby. It is like just a fire covered with ash. Sometimes you see coal, it is covered with ash. Inside it is too hot, but outside it looks as if nothing is there. So Putana, Paramatma is there in her heart also. So she could realize, understand, oh, he is no ordinary baby. He looks very, very powerful. Even in the little Krishna, that animation, if you see, she will say this, oh, looks like he's very powerful baby. So very powerful baby. But Krishna closed his eyes just to give her assurance that, okay, don't think that I'm some powerful person. I'm baby only. You know why? Because he wants to enact the pastime. So he's just a baby, and he acted like a baby. He closed his eyes. Another reason, the fifth reason why Krishna closed his eyes is because he was kind of ashamed to kill someone who is like a mother who has come to feed milk, but now he has to kill because her intentions are wrong. Now Krishna is feeling, oh, what is this? She's come in the form of a mother, and still I have to kill such a person. Out of disgust, he's closing his eyes. And then the next reason, the sixth reason is he's thinking that, okay, I have to kill, and I have to kill a woman first. The first demon that I have to kill is a woman. Yeah, it's the same problem with Rama also. He killed Tataka, and the same thing here also. He has now to kill. Of course, Rama was very considerate. He was thinking, oh, should I kill, not kill? Then Vishwamitra had to give him some, boost that you can kill. Go ahead and kill. Krishna, he didn't care much, but still he just closed his eyes. Okay, now I have to kill a woman again for the first time again, right? So now Krishna kill means what? Krishna did not kill directly. So when Putana went there, to Krishna picked up Krishna and she started offering milk to Krishna, offered her breast to Krishna to feed him with the poisoned milk. Now Krishna, along with sucking the milk, he sucked the life force of Putana, and now she's like uh, terrible, in the sense she's in pain, and she is crying out to Krishna, "Leave me, leave me, leave me!" And Putana is calling, shouting out, "Leave me!" Now the problem is Krishna says, "I cannot leave you," because once Krishna catches someone, then he won't leave. That is his nature. So once you see that Krishna catches you, that's it. He will not. You may forget Krishna, you may leave Krishna, but Krishna will never leave you. So although you may want to go away from Krishna, but Krishna always has a way to pull you back in his devotion. So Krishna never leaves, and that's a very good quality of Krishna. You see, he didn't even leave Putana. Hmm? So now, see, generally in this world, when somebody gives us a feedback, somebody gives us some advice, we don't like it. Our ego is hurt when some good advice comes to us. Generally, we don't take it because we feel that, oh, it's not for me. We feel that we are perfect. We cannot be advised or take feedback from anyone, right? So that good advice also appears like poison to us. And here, Putana has actually come to give poison. And what Krishna is doing? Krishna is giving her mukti only, moksha. So just look at this. So anytime when you go to Krishna, even with poison, he converts that into nectar. That is the nature of Krishna. We get nectar in a form of good advice, but we convert that into poison. We think that, oh, I'm perfect, right? So there is a huge difference here. There is a huge difference. So then what happened now, the point why I'm saying this particular pastime, now Krishna's life force was pulled out and she became huge. Some places it is 8 miles, some places it is 12 miles. But point is she became very huge and she fell down like a mountain. And then Krishna was rescued. And then the Vrajavasis, they thought, okay, such a huge body, what do we do? So they took axe and they started cutting her body into pieces. And then cutting her body into pieces and they started burning her body. And when her body was burned, her body was emanating fragrance, amazing fragrance of aguru. Huh? So it is much more fragrant than the sandalwood. Now, why Kunti Maharani is also saying here, bringing this point of sandalwood is that how while anything that comes in contact with Krishna becomes fragrant. And Putana body, although she had a demon's body, she's a demon, but when that Putana's body came in contact with Krishna, her body also became fragrant. The Vrajavasis were like fully, whole Brajamandal Gokul was actually with fragrance. So this is how Krishna purifies everything. So that smoke, in fact, it is said that the smoke which came out of the killing of this body and burning this body of Putana, anybody who inhaled this smoke, they also got purified of all their sins. Kama, Krodha, all these different sins were purified just by inhaling the smoke that came out of burning the body of Putana. So that is how so beautiful, very powerful. Huh? So that's why here Kunti Maharani is saying that your body, O Lord, it is like Malaya, Chandanam. It is so beautiful. Hmm? And then Krishna is saying here that how Krishna gave her the position of nurse in a spiritual planet, seeing that she wanted to feed him. This is true. So she got a form of a dhatri in the spiritual world. So powerful it is, extremely powerful. So Putana was blessed that way. Okay. Now let me chant the next words. I'll chant myself so that it'll be easy for everyone to just listen to it. So verse number 33. It is said, Apare vasudevasya devakhyam yachito bhagat ajastvam asya kshemaya vadhaya cha suratpisham. What does this mean? It means that others say that since Vasudev and Devaki prayed for you, you have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly, you are unborn, yet you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. This is Krishna's rule, his how he comes to establish dharma. Now, apare vasudevasya. Now, you have actually come because they have prayed, right? It appears like that. Very interesting, this verse also. Now, how Krishna is so beautifully taking care of the devotees. In the Gopala Champu, it is very beautiful Shastra written by one of our Goswamis. It mentions that Nanda Baba is Nanda Maharaj. So Nanda Baba, he had two poets in his court. Their name was Snigdhakanta and one more was Madhukanta. Snigdhakanta means Snigdha means one whose voice is very affectionate. You know, there are some people when you hear them, their voice itself is very affectionate, very compassionate. But the voice is like that, so mild. And there are some people, Madhukanta, there was one more poet, Madhukanta, whose speech was very nectarian, you know. You hear him and you want to listen to him more and more and more. So that is Madhukanta. So both these poets were very well established in the court of Nanda Baba, and they were nicely once discussing the glory of Krishna's birth. How even Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba, they both had done lot of tapasya to get a son, but they had no son, no children. So it was very difficult for them. So these two poets were discussing, and then they say they are narrating this actually that how Nanda Baba, after doing so much of tapasya, had no children. And Nanda Baba once says, "See, we have done all vratas." Yashoda Maya, he's telling to Yashoda, "We have done a lot of vratas, but we have not done one vrata, that is Dwadashi vrata. Okay, I think that is one more thing that is pending. So let us do that also." So when they did this Dwadasha Vrata, they saw Lord Hari. Nanda Baba saw Lord Hari in the dream. And he said that I will appear very soon. So Nanda Baba was so astonished and he woke up from the dream in the morning and he was so happy. So immediately he takes Yashoda Maya and he goes to the banks of Yamuna. And then he goes there, he's doing his prayers, and there are many, these great devatas like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, all these great devatas have come to the banks of Yamuna, and they have come in the form of beggars, taking donations from Nanda Baba, because Nanda Baba's position is so big now. They all have come in the different forms and come in the form of beggars there. And then, while Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, they were performing their rituals at Yamuna Ghat, that is when a brahmacharini, she comes, a very great ascetic, she comes and she advises and tells that you both are really blessed. And Yashoda Maya, she falls at the feet of this brahmacharini and starts crying, sobbing that, it's been so long and so many years, but I don't have children yet. And then this brahmacharini blesses and says that don't worry, you will be blessed with a very wonderful, amazing son, and he'll be born to you very soon. Don't worry. And then this Rajavasis listening to this, they were so happy because Nanda Baba and Yashoda, they are the queen and king of Gokul. So they also wanted that king and the queen have a child. So the Rajavasis were so happy. They gave this brahmacharini a very nice cottage, and she stayed in Gokul. So very everything was so beautiful, everything was so nicely going on. And on the day of Pratipat of Maghamasa, the first day of the Krishna Paksha in the Maghamasa, Nanda Baba, he had another dream, and he saw that there is a very beautiful small baby, blue complexion. He's floating in the sky, and along with this blue boy there is another girl of golden complexion. She's also floating in the sky. So he saw this dream, amazing. And as he was looking at these two babies entered the heart of Nanda Baba. And from the heart of Nanda Baba, they got transferred to the womb of Yashoda Maya. Okay, and then they were residing in the womb of Mother Yashoda, and finally, the nurse, olden days, they were very expert. The nurse said, okay, now it is the ninth month, and she announced that on this day, this particular day, that the babies will be born. The baby will be born. Everyone, the baby will be born. Very happy. Everyone was very happy. So now the nurse has declared, and that night, not Devaki, sorry, Yashoda Maya, she gave birth to amazing child, this blue boy. Hmm? And this blue boy was born to Yashoda Maya, and along with the golden complexion girl. Okay, but now everybody is in Yoga Maya. This young baby golden complexion girl is none other than Yoga Maya. So everybody is sleeping, and Yashoda Maya is actually having labor pain, in the sense she is having to rest. Now, when she gave birth to Krishna here, Yashoda Maya, at the same time, Devaki in the jail of Kamsa, she gave birth to Krishna there also. Now, this is very astonishing, right? Very amazing. This is very different from what we have already heard. We only know that Krishna was born in the jail. Hmm? But this Gopal Champu explains very beautifully that how there were two babies born. huh? In fact, three babies born, and one here, Yashoda Maya, who gave birth to a two-handed blue baby. And there, Devki in the jail, she gave birth to a four-handed Vishnu. Okay, baby only, but with four hands, blue complexion. Both are blue complexion. Hmm? Now, this is also very interesting. And then later on, we know that story that how Vasudev, he picked up that baby in the jail, and then he prayed. He took a Manasa Snana because there was no river, in the middle of the night where you will go and take bath. Baby is born. He took Manasa Snana. We shouldn't do that. When the baby is born, we should all take bath. Okay, so he goes and takes bath, Manas Snana, then carries this baby in a basket, and then wants to cross over the uh, the Yamuna river. And when he reaches the banks of Yamuna, it's all flooded. But then Mahamaya comes in the form of a fox, and this fox starts walking through the Yamuna river, and Yamuna is giving way, right? So this Mahamaya goes forward, and uh, Vasudev is following this fox. And as a fox now, in the middle of the night, how will he reach Nanda Baba's palace? It's just by looking at this fox. Now, there was no Google lady that time, right? GPS. So this fox, Mahamaya herself, she has come, and she is like acting like a GPS, giving proper direction to the palace of Nanda Baba. And then Vasudeva is just following. And then he goes there, Vasudeva, and then crosses the river. And then there, now what happens is, what Yogamaya, the small baby, that golden complexion girl who is born, she hides this blue baby. This two-handed blue baby is hidden by the Yogamaya. And when Vasudeva actually comes, he sees only the girl baby. He doesn't see the boy baby, which is hidden now. So now what happens is, this baby boy, this Chaturbuja, this form of Vasudeva, the baby that he bought, he comes and he keeps this little boy here and takes up the uh, little girl. Okay, now the question is, what happened? Why did she hide? And what is this all thing that is going on? So, see, now we have to understand this from the perspective of why we are talking this perspective. Krishna's birth is so divya, right? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha. We have to understand the birth activities of Krishna. If you understand this properly, then you will go automatically to the spiritual world just by understanding the birth. So that's why we are discussing about the birth of Krishna here. It is so important, the secrets of the birth of Krishna. So Tattva, it says that the Yogamaya has now covered the baby, and now Vasudeva has come with this his own baby. There are two ways in which Krishna appears. There is Prabhava Prakasha, incarnations. Okay, those incarnations are Prabhava Prakasha, like what Vasudev God is Prabhava Prakasha, incarnation. There is another called Vaibhava Prakasha, partial expansion, like Vyasadev, like the Shukla Avatara. There are many avatars, partial incarnations are there. Hmm? In the Bhagavatam also we'll explain this, partial Vaibhava Prakasha. Prabhava Prakasha, big incarnation like Narsimha, Matsya, Kurma, Prabhava Prakasha, they're direct incarnation. So there are incarnations, Prabhava Prakasha, there is Vaibhava Prakasha, partial incarnations or expansions basically. Okay, so now what happened when Vasudeva bought this baby, his baby, that blue color two-handed form which Yashoda Maya had, this Vaibhava Prakasha, this Prabhava Prakasha, he entered the blue baby there. So now, thing is, Krishna is called Purna Avatara. Okay, he is Krishna himself. Krishna is Purna. Why is called Purna? Because all these incarnations and partial incarnations, the Prabhava Prakasha and Vaibhava Prakasha, both and all types of incarnations are included in Krishna. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Okay, so this merging happened there. They became one. And that is how now Krishna is kept there. Yashoda Maya is there, and the girl baby is taken. And that story we are aware. So early morning, Krishna, the baby, he starts crying. And Krishna's crying is so beautiful. Everyone wakes up to the crying of Krishna. Now, Krishna, when he cries, it is like Vedas, being narrated. That is how Krishna cries. And everybody is like so happy. What a best alarm, the best alarm in the world, waking up at the cry of Krishna. That is how everyone was awake and they saw this baby and everybody is ecstatic. Everybody is so happy. Nanda Baba is so happy. He takes bath immediately and he starts dancing. Huh? When Nanda Baba starts dancing, because he's so happy to have a son that too so beautiful, huh? It is so amazing. And then looking at him dancing, the Gopas, all his other friends, the whole Gokul, they started dancing. All the Gopas started dancing. Looking at them, the Gopis, all the other elderly Gopis, everybody started dancing there. And looking at the Gopas and the Gopis and the Brajabasis dancing like this, even the Devatas, they started dancing. So this whole dancing program began. The Kirtan was going on everywhere. So beautiful. And Yashoda Maya, she is looking at this beautiful boy, Krishna, and Krishna's body is so reflective, like a mirror. He's shining. When Yashoda Maya is looking at the baby Krishna, she is looking her reflection on his body. And she thought, oh, maybe some Pishasha is there looking at her own reflection. She's saying some ghost is there. And she's like, get away, get lost. She's talking to her like this. His body was so reflective. Hmm? And then just looking at this beauty of Krishna, milk started oozing out of her breast and she started feeding Krishna. So now you please understand, Yashoda never prayed to Krishna. Her mood is totally different. Her Vatsalya is completely of the highest level. Whereas Devaki, she prayed, oh, you are my supreme Lord, you have come in this form. She prayed. But here, Yashoda Maya is not in that form. Yashoda's Vatsalya is pure bhakti, pure Vatsalya. Devaki's Vatsalya is mixed with Aishwarya and Vatsalya. So her bhakti, her Vatsalya is mixed with Aishwarya. Okay, so that is the difference between all these. So amazing. Huh? So now Kunti Maharani is remembering this divine birth of Krishna here. That is what she is saying. That you may be actually unborn, you are actually unborn, but still you take birth. That is your beauty, oh my Lord. See how Krishna, he appears, but he appears in so divine form, divine way. So this is something that we should understand, right? Very, very special it is. Let me see. Any comments, anything, you please let me know in the chat section. And those who have joined on YouTube, say Hare Krishna. Okay. So very nice, actually, all of you have joined. Okay, let me add. Krishna is also there. Vinodji is also there. Reena Mataji, thank you so much for joining. So this is how now Krishna has appeared in this world. And let us now go to the next verse, beautiful 34th verse. Let me chant this, all of you. Bharavataranayanye bhuvo navo ivo dadau सीदन्त्या भूरि भारेण जातो हि आत्मा bhuvartitaha. What does this mean? 34th verse. Others say that the world, being overburdened like a boat at sea, is much aggrieved, and that Brahma, who is your son, prayed for you, and so you have appeared to diminish the trouble. So, what happens is, whenever there is a problem in the world, when the devotees are having a lot of difficulties and they are aggrieved, they are in pain, Krishna comes to relieve the pain of the devotees. This is very, very special. All of you should understand, whenever Krishna comes with multi purposes, okay? And one of the purposes that he relieves the pain of his devotees. And each one of you, we are all going through different types of pains in our life. Somebody has a family pain, somebody has a relationship pain, somebody has a health pain, somebody has financial pain, somebody has so many different types of pains that we undergo in our life, each one of us, right? So Krishna is one who comes to relieve the pain. I want to share a very beautiful pastime with all of you, that how Krishna relieves the pain of his devotees. So there is a place in Kerala. It is called Mellaputtur. So this Mellaputtur is a small village, and there was a very great devotee called Narayan Bhattadri. This Narayan Bhattadri was a very devout person, and he had a guru. Now his guru had a very typical problem of the bones, this arthritis, very severe arthritis. Bones used to pain so much, and this Narayan Bhattadri, he could not, tolerate this, or he could not take. Oh, my guru is suffering so much with pain, so I need to do something. So now this Narayan Bhattadri, through some yogic process, he relieved his guru from all the pain that he was undergoing, and he took the pain on himself. Now the guru is relieved of the pain, but the pain has now come to Narayan Bhattadri, and he's suffering the pain of his guru. So much pain, he can't move, can't get up. So much of severe pain was there. Now, what to do? Narayan Bhattadri is in pain. So the disciple of Narayan Bhattadri, there was one disciple. So he's thinking, what do I do? And then Narayan Bhattadri says, there is an astrologer. You go to him. Maybe he will give you some solution. So this disciple of Narayan Bhattadri, he goes and talks to this astrologer. And after talking to this astrologer, this disciple, he came running back, disgusted with the solution that the astrologer gave. He told something, and this person came, oh my God, what is this? He could not take. And he said, you know what? What did he say? Narayan Bhattacharya asked, what did he say? So this astrologer told that you take Narayan Bhattadri to Guruvayur temple. You take him to Guruvayur temple, and there he should touch the fish with the tongue. Then he will be relieved of the pain. So how can a Vaishnava touch a fish with his tongue? What kind of astrologer is he? Oh, he is giving such suggestions. So Narayan Bhattadri calmed him down, his disciple, and said, please, 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 don't think it otherwise. What he actually meant is not that take a fish and put it in the mouth. He actually mentioned that go and glorify Matsya Avtara through the tongue. In front of Guruvayur. So in front of Guruvayurappan, when you go glorify Matsya Avtara. Oh, that is what it is. Okay, theek hai. So then now how do we go? He's in so much pain, he cannot even walk. So all the disciples there, they took Narayan Bhattadri in a palanquin, and then in a palaki, and then they took him to Guruvayur. Now when he goes to Guruvayur, he is not able to move, and there you can imagine Narayan Bhattadri is praying to the Lord. My Lord, please forgive me. My neck is unable to look at you. I'm not able to even turn and look at you. So much pain is there. But Lord is saying, don't worry. You just do what you have to do, and then I will turn my neck wherever it is required, and I'll be able to see you in every which way. So this is how now this Narayan Bhattadri, he started composing beautiful verses for 100 days. Every day he used to compose 100 shlokas. Verses, beautiful verses, which are very much in line with the Srimad Bhagavatam. And basically, he's saying that, see, in Srimad Bhagavatam, what he said, the Lord did this, the Lord did that, the Lord, went this way, the Lord went that way, right? So it is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam as Bhagwan did this. Here, Narayan Bhattadri is saying to Guru Erappan, you did this, you did that, you were like this, you were like that. So he's directly addressing the Lord. He's right before. And every time through these verses, when Narayan Bhattadri is talking, Lord is always nodding to it and saying, yes, 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 you did this, yes, I did this. You did that, yes, I did that. So this is how Guru Ayyappan was a direct audience to Narayan Bhattadri. And after 100 days, there were 1000 verses, and this is called the Narayanim. Many people chant these prayers, Narayanim prayers. And after 100 days, all the pain, everything that's gone. He was completely relieved of all the pain because the Lord, Guru Varappan, was so happy. Very, very happy with the verses. Beautiful composition. This is the first time that the Lord was directly listening from his devotee like this. Very beautiful. And then this Narayan Bhattadri, he was little curious to know that why the astrologer said like this. Then the astrologer, he goes to the astrologer and then say, you told me that I have to touch the fish to my tongue. What was the reason? Anyway, I had to go and glorify Krishna. You could have told Krishna directly, go and glorify Krishna. Why did you say in the indirect way? Then the astrologer says that, okay, I suggested the fish thing because number one, see, although I wanted all the 10 incarnations to be glorified, but the first one is Matsya. So the first Matsya Avtara has to be glorified. And Matsya Avtara is also the god of Vak Shakti. He's the one who gives ability to speak properly. Matsya Avtara, just quickly, I'll mention that how he came and he protected during the inundation, during the Pralaya, the Lord came in the Matsya Avtara and he had a horn. So he took different species on a boat along with Markandeya, and then now he was taking the whole ship was being carried by Matsya Avtara, and then Matsya, anyway, during the travel he had to speak something, right? So he spoke beautiful things, and that became the Matsya Purana. Okay, so he's very good in speaking, and if you want to also develop this ability to speak, then you have to pray to Matsya Avtara. So that's why the astrologer has suggested you speak about Matsya, begin with that, and he will also bless you with a beautiful ability to speak nice verses and glorify the Lord. So this is why it was there. So this is how Kunti Maharani is explaining that how the Lord relieves the devotees of their pain. We are all having a lot of pain in our life, but Krishna relieves us from the pain if we take his shelter. Okay, let's go to the next verse. Let me chant the next verse. 35th verse. Okay. भवेस्मिन् क्लिश्यमानानाम् अविद्याकामकर्मिभिः श्रवणं स्मरणार्हाणि करिष्यन् इति केचन. Beautiful verse. What is that? Yet others say that you appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on, in order that the conditioned soul suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. So Krishna not just relieves us from pain, but he also rejuvenates us from the low energy that we have. Okay, so all of us in life will go through some low phases, isn't it? Each one of us have to go through some low phases in life. So Krishna rejuvenates us. He not just relieves us from pain, but gives us rejuvenation. So very interesting. How does he rejuvenate? By giving us devotional service. See, devotional service by engaging in Shravanam, Kirtanam, Mandanam, Dasyam. So by doing all these things, we automatically rejuvenate ourselves and we get inspiration to do more and more. So that is how Krishna rejuvenates all of us. Now, this is the formula for rejuvenating. This is what Kunti Maharani is saying. If you want to rejuvenate your spiritual life, if you are stuck somewhere, this is what you are supposed to do. What you are supposed to do? Shravanam, then Smaranam, remembering and worshipping. Archanam, you have to do. Hearing, remembering, and worshipping. If you do these three basic things, then you will automatically rejuvenate yourself. Many times, when we become devotees, 10 years in the moment and 15 years in the moment, so slowly we forget these basics. Somehow these basics are gone. Basics are what? Hearing, remembering, worshipping. There was this football coach. When the players did not play well, the coach, football coach, asked all these players what he had taught them in the very first session in the beginning days of their coaching. And they were all thinking, hey, what is this? This is the basic thing. And he's teaching us this now again. We are all players, by the way. We are already playing. But no, the coach said, you have to do this. Go back to the basics. So our basic is what? Hearing, remembering, and worshipping Krishna. If we are doing this constantly, we will rejuvenate ourselves very, very beautifully, automatically. Hmm? So these basics no will never go old. Even when we grow old, even on our deathbed, these basic things only will help us. On our deathbed also what? Hearing, remembering, and worshipping. This only will help us. Hmm? So there were these two munis, okay? Very nice story. Gobilar and uh, Gopilar. Gobilar and Gopilar, they were these two munis, very nice devotees. They wanted to see Krishna in Dwarka. See, they all started walking toward Dwarka. Both of them wanted to see Dwarka and Dwarkadish Krishna. So they were on their way. And as they're walking towards Dwarka, they meet Narada Muni. And Narada Muni inquires and says, where are you going? So, oh, we are going to Dwarka to see Krishna. But Narada Muni says, my dear Munis, you are a little late. Krishna has already wound up his pastime and he has left Dwarka. He's gone. He's no more there in Dwarka. Oh, these two Munis were dejected. They were saying, oh my God, we missed the opportunity to see Krishna directly and have his darshan. We wanted to have his darshan so much. Huh? And they are gone now. Krishna is gone. What to do? Then Narada Muni, he advised them that you please go to Mannargudi. Mannargudi is in Tamil Nadu, and there you do tapasya. Staying there, both of you do a lot of tapasya, pray to Krishna, and Krishna will give you further guidance. So these two munis, they were actually doing a lot of tapasya in Mannargudi. It's a very beautiful place and beautiful temple also. There, Lord appeared and appeared in their dreams as Paravasudev and showed them 32 pastimes in Mannargudi, different forms, because they wanted to see the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna showed them different pastimes. And now, after looking at all these different pastimes, they were praying that, my Lord, we always want to remember you in a certain way. Huh? Please help us that in such a way that we remember you in a particular form. So in the last pastime that Krishna showed them was of Rajgopala. Krishna herding the cows. That was the last pastime that he showed them to these two munis. Okay, so and that is what is captured in Mannargudi. That's why the Lord there is called Rajgopala. And the same Rajgopala is in our temple in Vaikunta Hills also. So Vaikunta Hill, we have Rajgopala, Rukmini and Satyabhama. So Rajgopala, all these different festivals that are performed in Mannargudi, in future, as devotees grow, we also in Vaikunta Hill want to have all the festivities like Mannargudi in Vaikunta Hill. Very beautiful. So Mannargudi, the beautiful Rajgopala deities that we have, amazing deities are there in our Vaikunta Hill also. So this Rajgopala form is so attractive to these two munis. They constantly wanted to see and relish the pastime of Rajgopala and get the spiritual eyes. See, we all these days we wear the headsets, right? AR, VR, augmented reality, Apple or anybody, and we get into the the augmented world. Hmm? So similarly, now Krishna showed them all these different things, and now they are totally mesmerized with the spiritual vision of Rajgopala. Constantly, they were given the special eyes to have this form of Rajgopala constantly in their eyes. That is the blessing that they got. Now, why specifically Krishna gave them this darshan? Because in Mannargudi, the Rajgopala represents the eyes of the Lord. Different places represent different form parts of the body of Lord. Okay, like Pushkar is considered to be the voice of the Lord, and Ayodhya is the neck of the Lord. Kumbakonam is the beautiful form of the Lord. Like that, different forms in India, different places in India represent different forms of the Lord. So Mannargudi represents the eye. So they could have the darshan of the Lord constantly. So this is how Krishna rejuvenates. Whenever there are devotees rejected, Krishna rejuvenates the devotees like this. So we also sometimes we may forget Krishna. We are in the material world. Krishna pulls us back in the association of devotees and gives us rejuvenation, so that we get back to our sadhana nicely. So this is how very beautifully Krishna rejuvenates. And even in Ramayana also it happens that when the Vanaras, they after killing Ravana, they all get into the Pushpak Vimana, and then they go to the Bharadwaj Muni, right? Bharadwaja Muni's ashram. And then Hanuman, he goes to meet Bharat, because Bharat had told, one day delay, I'm going to give up my life. So exactly after 14 years, just to inform Bharat that, okay, Lord Rama is returning, Hanuman had gone to give him that information. And then, sure, meanwhile in Bharadwaj Muni, everybody was having big feast. All the Vanaras were eating the big feast, eating so much. And by the time when Hanuman came back, all these leaves, right, the plates were there, all these plates, everything was gone. There was no plate only for Hanuman. And Hanuman is looking and he's thinking that, "Oh, where is the plate? There's nothing to eat." I mean, eating is there, but the plate is not there. And this was noticed by Lord Rama. And then Lord Rama calls Hanuman, "Come here." And he calls Hanuman and makes him sit before him and says that, "Okay, in this leaf only we will eat, in single leaf. Okay. And then this portion is mine, that portion is yours." So Lord Rama is so amazing that the way he rejuvenates Hanuman, saying that don't feel dejected, he creates with his finger one line on the leaf. And that is why banana leaves today also, they have that central partition, right? There are two partitions in banana leaves. So on the one side, Hanuman is eating, on the other side, Lord Rama is eating. They both ate in the same plate. So that is how Rama and Lord is very, very personal when they're dealing with the devotees. Very, very personal. So that is the loving affection that rejuvenates all the devotees. The immediate reciprocation that comes from the Lord is very special. Okay, so let's chant the next verse. Kunti Maharani is going to say something very interesting. This is something difficult for all of us, but let us see what she says. Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti abhikshanashah smaranti nandanti tavehitam janah त एव पश्यन्ति अचिरेण तावकं भव प्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजम्. Very beautiful. What is this? Oh, Krishna, she's saying. Those who continuously hear, chant, and repeat your transcendental activities, that which we do every day, chanting the mantras, and also coming to the Saturday, the weekend sessions like this. So we are constantly chanting, we are hearing about Krishna, right? We take pleasure. So, or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop repetition of birth and death. So the Punarjanma and Punarmarana will stop. The cycle of birth and death will stop if we constantly are listening to the pastimes of the Lord. Very, very important. So this is how great devotees, they get reciprocations from Krishna. There was a very beautiful devotee, okay? There is a devotee called uh, Tirukuchanambi. His name is Tirukuchanambi in Kanchi. Very great devotee, and his seva was, he used to worship Varadaraja in Kanchipuram. His seva was chamara. He used to fan the Lord constantly every day. He used to fan the Lord, and when he's fanning the Lord Varadaraja also used to talk to him like a friend. They used to like friendly talk. They used to have every time. He's fanning and the Lord is talking to him. So one day the priest, the pujari, he came and he had a very nice big pot of sweet rice, the pongal, sweet pongal. South India, if you go, they'll prepare nice sweet pongal made in jaggery. So he kept the pot and he said, "Okay, you please look after this." He told to Tirukachanambi that I'm going to go and get some more, pots of prasadam, bhoga, and that is puliogre. So in South India, they offer puliogre and sweet rice, the pongal, sweet pongal to Lord. Very deadly combination. So they come. He goes to bring the other pot, and here what happens is he's nicely fanning Tirukuchanambi. Lord says, Varadaraja, he says, see, I'm very, very hungry now. I'm too hungry and I want you to feed me this sweet rice. Tirukunjanam is saying, I cannot do this. That is the job of the pujari. How can I do this? No, no, I am very hungry now. You have to feed me with your hand. So Tirukuchanambi says, wonderful, very nice. So he keeps the chamara aside and takes a pot, and then with his own hand, he's feeding this Varadaraja. And Varadaraja is eating all this. And at that time, the pujari comes inside and he sees that, his hands are all, wet with prasadam there. And the pujari thinks that, what kind of a person you are? It is supposed to be the bhoga for the Lord and you are eating it yourself. And then he's very angry. He goes to the management, temple management, and complains about this Tirukuchanambi and says that this is what he has done. He has eaten in the altar, in front of the Lord, he has eaten. Such a great offense it is. So everybody decides, oh, such a great offense, he has to be thrown out of the temple. So Tirukuchanambi was asked to leave the temple. And he was so dejected now. He was feeling very, unhappy, and he had to leave the temple. No seva also. No, I cannot even talk to the Lord anymore. So this is how it has happened. He goes away. So now, after a few days, there is another big festival that is happening, and then the priest has bought 100 pots of sweet rice and 100 pots of puliyogre. Everything is kept in the altar. And the Lord comes and tells in the dream of this priest and says that, see, he gives him that vision, direct speech. He tells him that, I am not going to eat any of this that you offer to me. Until my devotee feeds me, that Tirukuchanambi, he comes and feeds me, I will not eat it. And now everybody is like, oh, what is this? He's not eating. So he goes and tells the temple management, this is what the Lord is telling me. Now they start finding this Tirukuchanambi. Somehow, after a lot of search, manhunt, they find this person, Tirukuchanambi. They bring this devotee back. And now, Tirukuchanambi, he's inside the altar and the curtain is closed. Just look at this. The curtain is closed, the pots are kept, the Lord is there, and everybody is outside. Curtain is closed. And then, nicely, the Tirukuchanambi is feeding Varadaraja, and Varadaraja is eating everything. And then, when the curtain was opened, all the 200 pots are empty. And then Varadaraja told everyone present there. Just imagine, everybody is astonished because all the 200 pots are empty. Varadaraja says that, see, you were all blaming this, my devotee. How can he finish 200 pots? Is it possible for him? It's not possible. So who would have eaten? I only have eaten. Right? So then everybody realized that he is such a great devotee. And they started glorifying him even more now. So Tirukuchanambi was so happy that the Lord reciprocated like this. Right? So please understand why I'm sharing this is because many a times we may think we have our own ideas, we have our own ways of dealing with certain things, but the way Krishna gives us pleasure is totally different sometimes. Very, very different. Very, very different. That's why Krishna's another name is Rudra. Rudra is generally Shiva, right? But Krishna's name also is Rudra. One who makes, Rudra means what? One who makes devotees cry. So he makes devotees cry sometimes. But he makes devotees cry not like Rudra, Shiva, but he makes devotees cry by touching their heart, with affection, with love and affection. This is how Krishna makes devotees cry. Okay? So let's chant another verse, very beautiful verse, 37th verse. Okay. I'm going a little longer, but we will quickly finish. But this is very beautiful. 37th verse. Ap'adhyanastvam krate hita prabho jihasase switsuhardo nujivinaha echam nachanyad bhavata padambujat parayanam rajasuyojitam. What does it mean? Oh my Lord, you have executed all duties yourself. Are you leaving us today? Though we are completely dependent on your mercy and have no one else to protect us, now when all kings are at enmity with us. So she's praying that you have done everything for us. Now you're going to leave us and go away. She's telling Vishwamurte, oh Lord of the universe, you want to give us everything. You have given us everything now, but you're going away. What is the use of all this? Right? So very beautiful prayers actually. In the Upanishad, in the Chandogya Upanishad, in the 7th chapter, there it is said, the Lord is mentioned there is something called as Bhuma Vidya. Bhuma Vidya, okay? She is here calling the Lord as what? He's the Lord of the universe, right? So here, in this particular section of the Chandogya Upanishad, there is a hierarchy of the universe is given properly. Hierarchy in the universe. What is the different hierarchy of different levels of positions of the best things? Okay, so the first thing that comes is words. We have words. We speak words, right? So words are very important. So, better than words is speech, because when you combine these words, it gives us a certain information, it gives us a certain direction. So, when the words take a form of a speech is better than words. Then we can communicate well. Now, words, speech. Better than speech is the mind, because you may speak anything, even mad people speak, but the mind has to be proper, right? Only when the mind is proper, then you speak very eloquently and in a proper way. So mind is above the speech. But for the mind to do things properly, there should be determination. So better than mind is determination. Uh, so we need to have that determination to follow the dharma, follow the right path. Very important. And then above determination is focused intelligence. If you want to have determination, then you need to have focused intelligence. Focused intelligence comes when we read scriptures, when we discuss like this in a session like this. Shravanam is happening. So we develop focused intelligence. And better than focused intelligence is dhyana, meditation. When you do meditation, then dhyana helps you to develop even more better focused intelligence. But if you want to do meditation, then you need knowledge, vijnana, realized knowledge. So vijnana is above meditation also. But if you want to get vijnana, realized knowledge, then you need to be self-realized. Only when you realize yourself properly, then you will be getting wisdom. Wisdom simply doesn't come without self-realization. Realization is there, then wisdom comes. Okay. Now, very interesting. When you are self-realized, you get vijnana, right? Now, if you want to be self-realized, then Chandogya Upanishad says, to be self-realized, you need to have good health. Just look at this. If you want to be self-realized, it is saying that you need to have good health. Good health is so important for self-realization. Why? Because if you want to have good health, then you need to have good food. Just look at this. Now, good food is even more above. If you want to be having good food, then you need to have good water also. Because with good water, you'll get good food. Then, above good water is sun rays. You need to have light. Both the sun rays and the moon rays. Very important for nourishment. There are still people in this world who don't eat food or drink water. They take energy only from the sun and they exist like that. There are people even today. Okay. So, that is sun rays. Above the sun rays is ether. There's ether. Ether is even more subtle. And above the ether is human memory. See, we all have desires, a lot of desires, and all these desires are stored in the memory. So, if you want to have those desires, it has to be stored somewhere. Ether comes from that human memory. If you want to have good memory, nice memory, then you need to be enthusiastic. Utsaha should be there. Only when you have utsaha, then good memory will be there. See how all these things are interconnected, by the way. They're not simply random things. Oh, I want a good memory. If you want to be good, have good memory, then you need to have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. And above enthusiasm is the soul, very powerful. The soul itself. Then above the soul, there is Paramatma. Paramatma is also called as Satyam, the highest among all. That is Bhuma. Bhuma means that is called highest above everybody. Yatra Nanyat Pashyati. Yatra Nanyat Pashyati means seeing one, we don't want to see anybody else. So you don't want to see, once you look at, when you see Krishna, you don't want to see anything in this world. Then Nanya Shrunoti. Once you hear Krishna speaking, you don't want to hear anyone. Or you hear about Krishna, you don't want to hear about anybody else. That is Nanyat Shrunoti, Nanyat Vijanati. Oh, so once you think about Krishna, then you don't want to think about anyone else. That is what Kunti Maharani is saying. Once you people start getting into this, seeing Krishna, hearing about Krishna, thinking about Krishna, our minds, which have unlimited desires, right? Our minds have unlimited desire, everything will come to nil automatically. If you want to get rid of all the material desires, then we have to do these things: see Krishna, hear about Krishna, and then nicely think about him, nicely worship him. Okay, it's very important. So this is called the Bhuma. Bhuma means highest of all. So the day we come across Bhuma, our desires will end in our heart. Hmm? So then you will say, I don't want anything more in my life, including all these things. Krishna, she's saying, I don't want this Pandavas. I don't want this anybody in my life now. Kunti is saying, I just want you, my Lord. That's it. I don't want anybody in my life. This is how she's praying. She's so detached from everybody else. So very beautiful Kunti Maharani is saying. Then the final verse of Kunti Maharani's prayer today will end with that. Okay, so Kunti Maharani ends with very beautiful prayer. Last, she's saying that Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadubhi saha pandava bhavato darshanam yadhi rishikenami veshutuhu. So she's beautifully saying here, this is the last and the final verse of Kunti Maharani's prayers, where she's saying, just like the Ganga, it flows and reaches the ocean. Where the Ganga has a lot of obstructions. Constantly there are obstructions, but finally she goes and reaches the ocean. Her destination is ocean. Ganga reaches there. So similarly, she's praying to her own mind that my mind may wander here and there. A lot of obstructions may come, obstacles will come, and as we are progressing, also we will see so many obstacles coming. Right? So there are temptations. There are so many other things that will come in our way. But ultimately, we need to pray to our mind also. My mind, please, just keep flowing. Just keep flowing and flow towards Krishna, so that I reach my destination, and that is Krishna. So that is the prayer of Kunti Maharani. So we have discussed very beautifully all these different prayers of Kunti Maharani. You can go back and refer to these. And if you can memorize and chant these verses of Kunti Maharani's prayers, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. So maybe soon sometime. And if Dave, you have the Kunti Maharani's prayers, you can also please share the PDF, so that the font is, everything is clear. So that will be very, very helpful. So please do that if possible, right? So I'm very happy and glad that you could all join today. And anyone who has joined on YouTube, please say Hare Krishna. Is there any question? Yeah, Krishna says that hearing, remembering, and worshipping, these three things, if we do regularly, then it's very easy for us to reach Krishna. We will just flow like Ganga and reach the ocean, and our ocean is Krishna. Okay.
And the best
Any question?
place,
Yes, Krishna.
and the blessed, and the best place to hear, remember, and worship Krishna, the best place is Vrindavan.
That is true. So
Means you need
Vrindavan,
to do all these things in a certain place also, right? Place is also important.
right, at this stage, because at this stage, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, one of the 5 angas of devotional services residing in the holy place, like Mathura. So that's also a very auspicious thing to stay. But once we develop this prema, Krishna prema, then we will carry Mathura, Vrindavan everywhere, just like Prabhupada did. So we need to elevate ourselves, so that irrespective of time, place, circumstances, we still have to do this. Okay, this is what Kunti Maharani is doing. She's not in Mathura, Vrindavan. She's somewhere in Hastinapur when she's praying this. So, but she is so evolved now, because with her prayers now, if you look at everything that we have discussed so far, she's so evolved, irrespective of the time, place, circumstances. She is still able to do this hearing, remembering, and worshipping Krishna in every which place. So we have to evolve to that stage. So that is how we need to develop Krishna prema. Any other question?
You told about the speech, right? The
Yeah.
speech thing.
Right.
For a good speech, you need a good mind. For
Yeah.
good about the mind, you need what? Focused,
Determination.
determined. About
Yeah.
about determination, focused intelligence,
Right.
right?
Right.
Then above focus intelligence, it was
We need
what?
meditation, dhyana.
Dhyana.
Hmm.
Above that, sunlight,
Vignan,
right?
Vijnana. Jnana, meditation. About dhyana, there is Vijnana. Vijnana is
Mm-hmm.
wisdom. And then there is self-realization. Atma Sakshatkara means you know that you are not this body. Self-realization means that you are not the body.
Jara, jara. Yeah.
But you to know that you are not the body, you need to have a good health.
Yeah.
For good health, you need to
For
have good
good
food,
health,
then good water.
food, good
Yeah,
food, and then good food. You
good
need
water,
water. For water, you need sunlight. Sunlight, you need ether.
thinking, human
Ether,
memory,
you need memory. For good memory, you need spirit.
enthusiasm,
Paramat.
utsaha.
Utsaha. Okay, utsaha. How
Then
to
above
get
utsaha.
utsaha?
So
How to get
utsaha, you see,
utsaha?
number one is the easiest way is you be in the association of people who are enthusiastic, utsaha. Okay.
Okay.
And when you are in association of such enthusiastic people, automatically enthusiasm will come. And the enthusiasm will come because they are exactly following what you want to follow and become. When your desires are in line with uh, what everybody else is doing, then automatically what will happen is you will get utsaha. Oh yes, see, I want to be here, but already that devotee has gone there to that level. So I should take inspiration from him, and I also want to do it. So that is how utsaha will come. Easiest way.
And
Of course, by reading
Utsaha
by
will lead to good
devotional.
health. Utsaha will lead
Yeah,
to good
yeah,
health.
utsaha. See, most of the time,
Not
people are so depressed today, and because of depressed, psychosomatic diseases are coming. So, if you are enthusiastic all the time, then all these diseases of the body will automatically evaporate. It will give you good health.
hmm.
Why people are not even living 100 years is because they don't have utsaha. All the utsaha is gone. In the first 20-25 years, the utsaha is gone. Rest every time, all the other time, they're only running behind money, 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 then solving the problems. And then diseases are coming and so many things. Utsaha is not there. People mostly in the corporate world, no utsaha. First 6 months that salary is coming, that utsaha will be there. After that, salary will still come, but that utsaha is gone.
Yeah, yeah. That I've seen. No, nice.
Right? Exactly.
Guruvayurappan, I have gone to that place. Very nice place it is.
Yes, yes.
You told the
So wonderful, very
past
nice.
Narayan.
Uh,
Ayurveda.
right. I'm yet
I
to
did not
visit
know this
Guru. I'm
pastime.
still not gone.
Yeah, I did not know about this pastime. Now I got to know.
Yeah.
Mahavishnu.
Yes,
Mahavishnu form.
yes. Right. Great. So thank you so much. We have a lot of things going on. I have some more services to catch up today. So I'll see you again, all of you. Thank you very much for
You were in
once again.
Vrindavan.
Yes, right
You
now
see me in
I'm
Vrindavan.
Vrindavan. Yeah, Vrindavan Chandrodaya Mandir right now.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Hina Mataji, wanted to say something?
No, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, and I know you're busy, so we'll catch up with you some other time. And we are happy that you are in Vrindavan.
Yes, yes. I'm happy too, and I'm glad that I could do something, some seva from my side here, a little bit, whatever is possible. So today we are planning to inaugurate, not today, maybe tomorrow. Today, CPP, MPP Madhupandi Prabhu, they're all going to come to Vrindavan. So we want to inaugurate his office today. So I just need to catch up something and then make arrangements for that. So we'll catch up later, and if you have any questions, any doubts, please, contact me, call me later, and we will discuss.
How many people have come for from Vrindavan
Yes,
trip?
sir.
Vrindavan trip?
Uh,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
we'll
December?
get to know probably. Maybe today we'll get to know. I have still not got the final confirmation, so today I'll get some ideas. So yesterday some people had called. I'll get the confirmation today. Please take
Okay,
care.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Everyone. Hare Krishna. Devi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Devi.